Everyone. Today I want to share with you something about the sermon that I listened to today as part of the church service I went to. The sermon was about desert seasons. And, well, first of all, what are desert seasons? It's a time of spiritual dryness. We might seem to be stuck, but things aren't always as they seem. Such desert seasons build character. At least that's what they're intended for. Sometimes we need to face that, and I know it's not pleasant. It's not easy to get through that. Which is why I want to share with you what I noted from that service, because it can really help us during those seasons. So, first of all, what is a desert characterized by? It's hot, it's dry, and it's dusty. So, not something we want to experience spiritually. Also, there's typically no water or very few, and you have to know where it is. It's not easy to get through those desert seasons, but it's possible. Now, the story that was shared is from 2 Kings, where Israel was currently separated into Israel in the north and Judah in the south. And Israel, during that time, did a lot of idol worship, especially to Baal. There were also many wars during that time, so not an easy time. And the situation was this, that the kingdom of Moab overtook some cities in Israel, and obviously the king of Israel wanted them back. But he decided, instead of attacking from the north, which would have been the obvious choice, he would go through the kingdoms of Judah and Edom and attack the Moabites from the south. What I want you to note here is Edom is a desert. After 7 days of going through the desert, they didn't have any more water. I mean, they probably still had some left, but certainly not enough to go all the way back. And, well, when you're without water in the desert, you're in a tricky situation that you somehow need to get out of, because people can at most survive 3 days without water. And yeah, they would have needed 7 days to get back, so there was no going back. They felt helpless. And the king of Israel panicked and was in despair and said it was God's fault, basically. Which, well, he was the one to decide to go through the desert without proper planning, like carrying enough water with them. But I want you to note what Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, did. he recommended asking God now. Sure, they can't take back the past, but they can take a different approach now. And as it so happened, Elisha was present among those who were in the desert. And Elisha was a prophet who could ask God what they should do. And what God told Elisha was that they had to dig several holes, and that water would come even though there would be neither wind nor rain, but the water would come. And on top of that, God would provide victory over the Moabites. And, well, that command seemed to make no sense at all. I mean, how was there going to be water when they simply dug several holes? And those holes needed to be deep, and, well, it was sand, so, and hot sand on top of that, so it wouldn't be easy to do that. And many times it can be like this. We want to get somewhere, but we don't know how, and sometimes what God tells us might not make much sense to us, or any sense at all. But that's only how it seems to be, because especially in those situations, God sees us, and He wants to help us. He knows how to help us. God doesn't change. He helped the Israelites so many millennia ago. He helped the early Christians, as recorded in the Bible, and He helps us now. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. And what I also want you to note is to get to our blessings, we need to be obedient to God. Even when obedience seems completely nonsensical, it's not. God will provide for us in any way we need. And especially in those seasons, it's important to trust God. Even when we think there's really no way out, God is a way maker. There might not be a way out now, but there will be. I guarantee you, there will be. And, well, as for what happened in that passage in the Bible, water indeed came. It had to have rained over some distant mountains, and there came a lot of water. And when the Moabites came later, the sun reflected in a way in the water that it seemed like blood. The Moabites thought that the Edomites, the Judeans, and the Israelites had fought with each other and decided to attack. But, well, we know that's not what happened. And they had a very easy victory. But if they hadn't dug the holes, that wouldn't have happened. I also want to emphasize that humans have only limited possibilities of what they can do, limited understanding, limited wisdom, but God is limitless. And whatever problem you're facing right now, God knows the perfect solution, and He also knows the perfect timing for that solution. And often, when we're facing some big struggles or something like that, we can't get out of that out of our own might. But God's might is more than enough. And I don't know if you're going through such a season right now, or if you have even gone through a situation like that at all, but I hope this will help you. God bless you.